Two Russian soldiers who were taking photos were suddenly and precisely shot in the head by an enemy sniper. The Russian commander deemed this brazen provocation unforgivable. Upon pinpointing the sniper's exact location, the commander immediately fired a burst of tracer rounds from his AKS-74 assault rifle to mark the sniper's position. Almost simultaneously, another commander quickly adjusted the aim of a ZU-23-2 twin-barreled 23mm anti-aircraft gun and unleashed a furious, indiscriminate barrage of fire on the marked area without hesitation. In 2000, as the Second Chechen War entered its final stages, the 2nd Battalion of the 104th Guards Airborne Regiment of the Russian 76th Airborne Division was tasked with a critical mission to advance into the Argonne Gorge and encircle the Chechen rebels. Since intelligence indicated only sporadic rebel activity in the mountain-ringed Argonne Gorge, the battalion headquarters assigned only Captain Doronin to lead a company-sized task force of 90 officers and soldiers to establish defensive positions at the Gate of the Storm in the area. Upon arriving at the Gate of the Storm, Doronin did not immediately set up a command post on the high ground, but instead meticulously deployed 2 layers of defensive positions on 2 mountain peaks. Subsequently, he decisively adopted a subordinate's suggestion and added a heavy machine gun emplacement on the cliff face overlooking the entire riverbed below Stormgate. This position offered excellent visibility, allowing for effective control of the riverbed and surveillance of enemy movements. The next 2 days were relatively calm, and the defensive works were constructed efficiently in a tense yet orderly atmosphere. However, due to the shallow soil in the mountainous terrain, the individual foxholes dug by the soldiers generally provided only waist-high cover. That evening, after the engineer detachment rapidly laid dense minefields along the riverbed and the perimeter of Stormgate, they withdrew to base as planned. It was at that very moment that a man in camouflage suddenly appeared in the midst of the positions. It turned out he was a Chechen. Because he refused to join the Chechen rebel forces, his entire family, including the elderly and children, had been slaughtered. Seeking revenge, he had long waged a guerrilla war and provided intelligence to the Russian military. He urgently reported the whereabouts of Habib, one of the leaders of the Chechen illegal armed groups, the very man responsible for the massacre of the Saha family.